Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for the massive love and the response I've been getting on these videos. Of course, it's not easy to make them. It wasn't easy before I became pregnant. Of course, it's harder now, but I'm trying my best because I realize that there's a lot of misinformation going on, and if there's anything I am very particular and passionate about, it's education. Not just formal education, the way you go the extra mile to get information and knowledge, to broaden your mind, broaden your horizon, ensure that you're objective. You know, the day you stop learning is the day you die, and we don't want to stop learning. No, we don't. And today I'll be talking about something very controversial. I say controversial because I know that I'm not even sure it's a conversation we're ready to have, but here I am setting the ball rolling. Let's talk family planning. Yeah, it's an odd topic for someone who's pregnant, but I can assure you that this pregnancy is as a result of correct and consistent family planning. Yes, I'll explain. When I had my last child, I thought I was done. I felt 3, I'm good. I don't think I need any more. So I decided to close the door. I didn't decide to jam the door, just close it, just close it, because I know I might change my mind later. I wanted to have that choice. So I did the IUCD thing, and it's been 7 years. The IUCD never failed me for once. It didn't interfere with my hormones or stuff like that. It was really good. It matched my system. Now, I have so many things going on, and I know that babies are not afterthoughts. Babies are not a project you just start and you can leave for someone else to continue. For you to have a baby, it means you're ready for the next 18 years of such a person's life, to provide the care, the nourishment, the encouragement, and everything that human needs. A lot of us do not think of babies in that light. We just see babies as something very beautiful we see on social media, and they look so cute with their fancy outfit. If it's a girl, she's dressed in all pink with her tutu and her beautiful hairdo and hairbands. If it's a guy, he's wearing beautiful shoes, wearing check shirt, You don't realize that to have a baby, first of all, your mental health must be up to par. The psychology involved when you're pregnant, the upheaval, hormonal upheaval, mental upheaval that occurs when you're pregnant is not child's play. Then you also have to be physically ready. Like you had the child, and you actually your body needs to recover from the one you have done before you can think of having another. Some people do not present themselves with that option. Just pay as you go, they're just going. More babies. Then apart from that, what of finance? Jesus doesn't finance babies, No, he doesn't. He believes he gave you enough sense to know how much you can afford, because babies are expensive. Have you ever sat down to think of how much you spend on your child in a month? Don't do it. Don't. I advise you. Don't. If you try to make that calculation, you might be tempted to give up some of your kids for adoption. I'm just saying. Babies are expensive. Formula, expensive. Diapers, expensive. Medical care, expensive. Oh, babies are expensive. They get to go to school, So, then, your careers or business. Do you have the time it will take you to nurture a baby? You might have the money, you might have the energy, and you might also have your mental health might be on point. But do you have the physical time? You can't be writing your final exams and nursing a baby at the same time. You're not doing yourself any favors. Are you at a time in your career when you can actually devote time, care, and attention? I'm not just talking about mothers. See, I'm not talking about mothers. I am talking about parents. Who are parents? Father and mother. Do you have the time it will take you to nurture your baby, to guide your baby, to guide your child through manhood, womanhood, through adolescence? Those are the factors you consider before having a baby. A lot of us do not do the mathematics. Now, so many of us believe that family planning is what you do when you finish having babies. That's silly. If you've had 7 kids, family planning will not help you kill 4 of them to leave only 3. Some of you feel that family planning is what you do when you're done, as in when you don't want to have babies anymore. No, far from it. Family planning is what you do before you start having babies. Let me explain. You're married or you want to have a baby. Family planning means anything you do to ensure you have babies when you are ready to have them. You just got married and you don't want to have babies immediately, maybe for financial reasons, for spatial reasons, because maybe the couple, they are not in the same place. Then it could also be for health reasons. Then it could be for educational reasons. Maybe one of them is in their final year, or there's an important exam you're writing. You actually need to have your head in the game. These are very cogent and legit reasons why couples. Then some have no reason at all. They just want to enjoy each other for the first 1, 2, 3 years of their marriage. If you say this in front of any African parents, they will nearly beat you to death, because they believe you're playing with faith. How can you decide not to have a baby? You say you are enjoying. What are you enjoying? Marriage is for babies. That's not true. Family planning is what you do to ensure the babies come when you want them to come, when you are ready for them to come. You don't do family planning when you've had 7 kids. No, because that would mean you would have to do away with some of them. Obviously, you can't afford them. Now, there are different types of family planning methods. And for me, I chose to do the IUCD thing. But there's another one. I remember talking to my doctor a few weeks ago, and when he was booking me for my antenatal classes, he said, "Madam, this will be your 4th cesarean, and I think you should do a bilateral tubal ligation." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yes, that's your option. You need to tie your tube. You shouldn't be having any more babies. If you have another child, you might likely die, because that will be your 5th cesarean section, and that's not advisable under any circumstance." At first I was pissed. I told him, "You've not given me any other options. You're telling me I have to do a permanent procedure to stop having babies. In as much as I don't want babies anymore, I can have other family planning methods I would like to use." He wasn't giving me the choice. He behaved as he sounded as though it was a foregone conclusion that I will take the BLT. And of course, we know that BTL, sorry, it's a permanent procedure where your fallopian tubes are tied, so you can't conceive anymore except through IVF. So when we discussed and I said, "Okay, I'll take it under advisement," I was going to think about it, I left. Coincidentally, that day, someone very close to me called me and told me he had a vasectomy. I was like, "What now?" He had a vasectomy, married man, 4 kids. I was really proud of him. I was like, a Nigerian man decided to have a vasectomy. Yeah, it means we're growing. Now, why is it that at the mention of vasectomy, most men cover their balls and run away? It's like you're trying to unman him. It's like you're trying to say the impossible. Not just the impossible. It's like you're trying to say the abominable, the sacrilegious. They feel as though male sterilization, because that's what it is somehow demeaning, somehow unmanly. Whether they believe that maybe before you know they start doing like this, or they start becoming effeminate, I don't know. Most men do not even know what vasectomy is. All they know is that it's something that has to do with their they don't even know if it's the balls, the penis. They don't know what it is, what is done. But provided it is something that will have to stop them from having babies, they go crazy. It's like they're even mad at you for even suggesting it. Oh, you mean I? But the same you could actually sign or stand by and encourage your wife to have her tubes tied permanently. But the thought of you contributing, or the thought of you undergoing any procedure for the comfort, safety of your family is anathema to you. Why? Some of you, you're going to hate me. You're like, someone be mad. I agree. I agree. We are really mad. Women bear kids. We've done the major things. So, for you to even consider, take it under advisement, discuss it, try to learn about it, you're like, no, please don't ever mention that in front of me again. Yet, you want to have a free ride. You want to enjoy your wife after the babies had come. You want to have sex without consequences. But you are leaving her to deal with the mathematics of it all. Is that fair? It's high time we had these discussions. And the funniest part, some women will not even want, some women do not want. I don't know why. Maybe they feel it will affect their husband's sexual performance. I don't know. But I can tell you that most men I've spoken to, as in, they don't want you to even broach this topic with them. Don't try that rubbish with me. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. How fair is this? Now, let's break it down. As a woman, and I'm pregnant, I can't get pregnant again until I born this one. So, how often can I get pregnant in this cycle? How often? But imagine that my husband can impregnate 9 women in one day. So imagine he does that every day for the next 10 years. This simply shows you that we are placing the burden of family planning on the wrong gender. Most family planning products are tailored strictly for the women, because it's assumed the woman should be in charge of how many babies come. That's not fair either. All the men have, what they have is condoms and sterilization. Some of them even refuse to use the condoms because for them they feel it reduces sensation. But you want your wife to take pills that have hormonal effects. She can take pills. She can do IUCD, no matter the fact that it's an invasive procedure. But for you to wear a device that will ensure that she doesn't get pregnant, at least this time, it's very difficult for you to do. These are conversations we must start having. We must start having. And guess what? There's another upside to it that most of you are not considering. Imagine a man who has had a vasectomy done. Your wife gets pregnant. Guess what? Of course, you know that's not your baby. The DNA wahala would reduce exponentially. You won't be thinking, this pikin no resemble me. No, sir. You would actually be sure. Now, I'm not saying every man should go have a vasectomy, no. But open the door for that conversation. Open the door for that possibility. Think of the pros and the cons. Imagine having sex for the rest of your life with your wife without any consequences. See me, I hate periods. See, women get periods every month. For some, the periods are like mini labor, 12 times in a year. Now, some of these family planning methods will lengthen those periods. But for you to have a non-invasive procedure done that would ensure that, of course, you don't have kids anymore, the men seem so close to it. Why? If you're a man, what's your reason? Have you heard about vasectomy? Have you thought about it? Do you know what's involved? Is this something you would ever consider? If yes, why? If no, tell us why. I want to know. From the few people I've spoken to, I heard their reason, and I've told you, most of them feel, it will make them unmanly. They've lost their sense of manhood. And guess what? Vasectomy has zero to do with your performance in bed, your erections, nothing at all. Nothing at all. You can talk to a doctor, you can talk to a professional, but these are conversations we need to have. Hating me for bringing it up wouldn't really accomplish anything, but I think it's high time we opened that door and had those kinds of talks. Do you still like me? Luckily, life is not a popularity contest. If you like this video or you find it annoying enough to share, please do so. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel. More they come. More they come. Thank you very much, and do have a nice day.